guys, this memorial is memory who served, later served to our country November 1941. So this memorial is dedicated to those soldier, 7 men of Royal Navy, X.M.A.S. Sydney 2, who fought were lost beside the Royal Australian Navy brothers in arms, a permanent reminder of deep bonds between the two navies and countries lest we forget. So this memorial here is dedicated to those servicemen. So Royal Australian Air Force embarked vessels during the period of 1925 to 1944, serving in the Mediterranean, Pacific, and Atlantic theater. So Australian movie Navy ships and officers operated and maintained aircraft in the naval support role. So this memorial is dedicated to them. We are in Geraldton, guys. It's a small town, 6 hours drive from Perth. Colin! So this is the memorial that they dedicate. Colin, don't go near the dog! Get here! My gosh! And you can see the ocean there on the top. That's the ocean. There's a place to walk around. It's close to residential as well. So, it's a beautiful place. The weather is beautiful here too. Come on, let's go on the top. So, it's quite nice. You can see the water there on the top. That's the water, the port, Geraldton Port. Sorry guys, it's shaking. So that's as you can see, that's the flag of Australian flag. So this memorial is dedicated to those servicemen in the Navy who died. Okay, this way on the top, guys. Colin, come here. I think it's nice here during the day or night. I'm not sure. Oh, the water, you can see the water there on the top. Geraldton Port. It's a big. So this is all those soldier who died. They're quite young. Some of them are from Tasmania, New South Wales, South Australia. There's a lot of from New South Wales. This few from Western Australia, mostly from Victoria. There's a lot of them died. Up to the other side, the soldier who died. So this is built, laid in, okay. X.M.A.S. Sydney was built at Newcastle on time, the nail being laid down in 1933 as X.M.A.S. Phaeton. She was one of the 3 light cruisers of the British modified. Colin, don't go near the dog! Get him, Ace, please! You cannot trust a dog, guys. Okay, British modified liner class, but was subsequently purchased by Commonwealth of Australia Renamed as Christmas Sydney, she was launched on the 22nd September 1934 and taken over the builders of 24th September 1935. So Christmas Sydney was ordered to the Mediterranean when the Second World War broke out. Her first action was to bombard the Libyan port of Bardia on the 21st of June 1940. On the 27th, 1940, she went to the sea in company with cruiser squadron to provide convoy cover on the 28th June 1940. Christmas Sydney sank the Italian destroyer Espero. So that's the ship there. Christmas Sydney there. It's a very, it's got tanks as well. It's the one. So that's the, on the 27th, okay, Christmas Sydney again come under on fire on the 19th July 1940, but it was the events of the 19th July 1940 which added to her fame. In tactical battle, Christmas Sydney engaged and disabled extremely fast Italian cruiser Bartolomeo Colleone. Following this, Christmas Sydney set off pursuit to another Italian cruiser, Giovanni del Bandener, but was forced to give up the chase when the faster ship was out of range. Christmas Sydney was nearly out of ammunition. So that's the ship, guys. That is the ship there. And that's all those, you know, ammunition soldier use. So Christmas Sydney returned home to Australia in triumph. She saw further actions escorting convoys overseas and also participated in convoy escort duties in Western Australia. Geraldton was privileged to host the 3 visits of Christmas Sydney, last being from the 18th to 20th October 1941. So it's incredible ship, battleship. It's very strong battleship. So on the 19th of November 1941, Christmas Sydney is the name of the ship. Christmas Sydney was returning from the Sunda Straits after escorting the hired transport Zealandia to hand over the HMS Durban. That evening, Christmas Sydney encountered German raider HSK Comoran and became involved in the engagement that would eventually lead to the loss of both ships. Oh, that's sad. Eventually, they lost this ship on the year of 1941. Oh, that's sad. It's a great ship. So that's one there. Oh, sad. So no trace was found. Oh, that's sad. Of Christmas Sydney on her valiant crew. Oh my gosh. They were missing as well on the ship and the 645 men. This memorial is dedicated to their memory, guys. Oh, that's sad. Oh, very sad. And their families made to ensure the security of Australia. Oh, that's sad. They were didn't trace that ship and the 645 men on the ship didn't they cannot trace them. It's sad. So that's the ship there, guys. And the 645 crewmen. That's the ship there. This memorial is dedicated to them. And the 645 men. These are their names, everybody. That's sad. Very sad, guys. And they're just kids. They're young. Very young. We cannot trace that ship. Long time ago. It's sad. So this is dedicated to them. Christmas Sydney is the name of the ship. And the 645 crew who were lost in the wild, not lost in the sea. So this is dedicated to them. Salute them, guys. It's a bit sad. It's a sad story. Oh, that's... I'm gonna see in that thing. It's beautiful. But it's a sad story though. Very sad. I can see that is Geraldton port, everybody. It's just there. I go on the top. It's a Geraldton port. I can see the ocean there. It's there. So it's a small town. This is what's happening. This memorial. It's called in. So actually, this sometimes I think they lit a candle there. Move, please. A candle on there, I think. It says, in memory of the men lost on Christmas, Sydney, 2 November 1941. 1941. That's sad. And the 645 men lost their life. They don't trace these people. They just disappear with a ship called Christmas Sydney. And that's their names in there. So this memorial is dedicated to them, guys. So it's a good story. At the same time, it's a sad story. It's a incredible story. So this is this tower with the Australian flag. I'm checking out what's that number represents to what. It's got number on that. This number, I don't know. I'll check what's that represent to. I'm trying to learn more about Australia now. Because I've been here most of my life in this beautiful country, Australia. Beautiful country. So here we are. There is a story on there. On Sunday, 16th of March 2008, 1103, what's WDST? Christmas Sydney 2 was found. Oh my gosh, they found it on the deep of 2,480 meters, 100 nautical miles, 207 kilometers west of Steep Point, WA. So they were in Western Australia, they found them. Oh. So the Shiris of latitude 26 degrees Celsius, 1445 is longitude 111, what's this? 55E. The souls of the men of Christmas Sydney 2 were commemorated with a ceremony of their final resting place, lest we forget. Oh, I'm glad you found them. 2008, that's very long. They were missing like very long time. They were very long. How many years is that? Can't remember again the years. 2008 they found them. They were missing 19. What's that? 41. At the same time, I'm glad they found them. Well, it's very long period of time. It was really deep sea. Yes. It's very deep. in Western Australian Sea. That's good. They were in part in Australia. They were there. 200 on the deep, 2,480 meters deep in the Australian, Western Australian water. Oh, west of Steep Point. Where is the ocean? Must be really deep. So what's the number represents to? That is a number of this. It could be the, I don't know what's that number represent to. It's a big story. So it's a very significant story. And I'm glad they found in Western Australian Sea, because they were missing for many years, century of time, which is a bit sad. 2008 they found them. Must be very deep. 2000, cannot remember again. So when you hear the story, some important thing we need to remember. It's not easy to remember when especially years and numbers. That's 2008 they were found in a Steep Point, WA, in 2,480 meters deep on the ocean. Steep Point, WA. Steep Point, WA. That's part of Western Australia for sure. It's a Western Australian water. I'm glad they found them. It's terrible. So it's quite blue, nice and blue today. We walk around in town and get for a swim. We were there yesterday on the what's that? Geraldton port. We were there playing with the kids yesterday. I think it's not very long walk. It's a pool. Love, is that deep? What is the number percents? 26, 14, 4, 5. What does that mean? It's a number then. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that represents to. I can't believe it. Oh, this is really high cliff. Gosh. So that's it's not very hard to walk here. There must be that's the town there. There would be shortcut here to go to the town for sure. That's not far to walk. So the ocean, I think we could have a swim today. It's very nice. Nice blue water, clear, it's not windy, the weather is beautiful. So Christmas Sydney is a name of a ship with the 645 men were missing on the deep water of Western Australia. Steep Point Ocean Sea, very deep. 2,488, 2,480 something deep the deep blue sea. And imagine that you will die. That a lot of people like that die at the same time. They drown. They didn't have a war. They didn't really die on the war. They die on the drowning on the ocean with that ship. Did you know about the story here, Ace? This is the memorial of the called this ship called X.M.A.S Sydney is the name of the ship, and there's 635 men on the ship. They were missing on the water of Western Australia, Steep Point water. It's the ocean. They were missing for many years. Camilla! God, there's a lot of them. 600. That's a lot of them. It's sad. So, return home to Australia. They were very happy to return. So far, their actions escorting convoys overseas and participated in convoy escort duties. Western Australia lost 3 days to host. They've been here 3 times. On the last being was on the 18th to 20th October 1941. That's very long. And they just found them. When they were missing is on 19th. Right. So that evening, X.M.A.S Sydney encountered the German raider. So they were fighting really from German raider. Both ships were fighting versus German raider. HSK Cormoran is called Cormoran. Involved in an engagement. So they were like, they were fighting really. They were on war, and they lost both ships. Oh gosh. No trace was found of her valiant crew, 645 men. This memorial is dedicated to their memory and to the great sacrifice they and their families made ensure security of Australia. That's sad. It's a good story, and at the same time it's a sad story. It's a nice ship. It's a battleship. 1941. How many years was that? They were only found 2008. So this memorial comprises many symbolic elements. Oh yeah, symbolic elements expressing the tragic loss of X.M.A.S Sydney 2. The present is based on a circular plan symbolizing totality, wholeness, infinity, eternity. It is approached by a path curving upward, forming a ceremonial entrance ramp to the dedicated area. So this is a lot of signal, like sign, encompassing the southwest side in a semicircular wall, faced with the Western Australia block granite, engraved in the names of the 645 men lost. Come here! This represents the encircling arms of the nation, welcoming home its lost loved ones. The exterior face of the wall is sculpted with a low relief motif emblematic of the internal sea. The entrance for historic photographic images of X.M.A.S Sydney bring life to the reality of tragedy. That's the ship. It's sad, really. I can't believe it. 645 men. And that's the man there. I think this is just young man. They're young. There are some of them, they're on 18s, 19s, 20s years old. Their names on the wall. Sad. Okay. Traditionally, the seagull personify the souls of lost sailors, and in the next context, this elemental symbol formed from link with men. Oh, it's sad. You see this sculpture here? This sculpture here, like women. Sad, did you see that sculpture? It's like a sculpture like a person. Yeah. Where is it? Where was that? They're the symbol of women who's waiting for those men to come back home. No, that's, oh God, this is a sweet story, guys. I feel like really sad. This is the symbol. This woman is waiting probably for her loved ones to come back home, but they were missing many years. They cannot even trace them. So this is the statue, guys. This woman is the symbol of the woman loved ones waiting them to come back home. This sculpture, everyone, is a real sign. This woman standing is waiting for those sailors to come back home, looking on the ocean where they're coming back, but they were lost in the deep ocean, deep ocean, guys, and they were there for many years. They cannot trace them. Sorry, that's all right. They cannot trace them for many years. They only found the ocean. They only found it on 2008. So how many years is that? Colin, come here, lab. 2008. It's 1941. Get here, lab. Come here. It's a sad story. So there must be this ocean here. There's nothing here. 1941. This is just water in here. No houses here. Oh, gosh. I can't believe it. That's very low. It must be very deep that they cannot trace that the ship and the men. Probably some of those men died on the battle with us Germans.
You're
So,
doing a commentary.
it's quite interesting. It's a sad story. I just can't believe it. Such story. Thanks everybody. Thank you everyone for listening my story. And it's a sad story. At the same time, I'm happy they found them on the 2008, you guys. 2008, the ship. They found the ship on the deep, 2,488 deep. Thank you so much, everyone. Swiss Australian water too, guys. It's called Steep Point, Western Australia water. Thanks, everybody. Bye.